Chocks and Chocolates, and in between, Roberto here for another video review. It's a special one. It's the Lotus Biscoff, well, milk chocolate bar basically. The original Speculoos. Yes. No, I should say Biscoff on there though, does it? I must admit actually, but yeah, it's basically what it is. I don't know why I didn't say that actually. I just noticed that, but well, maybe it's not the Lotus Biscoff bar. But I think it pretty much is. I mean, I don't know. It's got sort of a biscuit in it, Speculoos biscuit. So maybe it's just the fact that it's a sort of an import to the UK. So maybe it doesn't actually refer to it as Biscoff in maybe Belgium or wherever, you know, France or Holland or what have you. Yeah. So okay. Well, interesting one there. Interesting. But there we go. But yeah. So you can clearly see it's a chocolate bar with Biscoff pieces in it, or Speculoos pieces. Yeah, I guess they probably just call it Speculoos, I guess. There you go, but it does have the original Speculoos. Milk chocolate ole. Yeah, so there we go. Yeah, very interesting, very interesting. Yeah, as you can see, it's not a UK bar. Have been imported, so it's got lots of different translations on there. I don't think any of them are actually English. But you can see there, 400 grams, 534 calories, 30 grams of fat, 18 of which are saturates. So there we go. And it's a 180 gram bar. Yeah, so you had 4/5 of that onto it again to get the whole bar. Yes, we can't. I mean, you can sort of see here, sort of like a delicious chocolate with unique and typical Speculoos Lotus. I'm not sure what croquet means, but there we go. Yeah. All right. Something about two worlds, best of two worlds, probably. And yes, something or other crunchy, and another something or other. Yes. Okay. Anyway, there we go. It's good. That's what it's saying. It's good. All right, yeah, there we go. Well, yeah, it looks very interesting. Don't think there's much, as I say. It's lots of it's in French and in Dutch or what have you. Lotus Bakeries, Foundation for Education there. So this now, they do have English parts in it though. It's not an English bar, but this bit's in English, you know. It's just to give it sort of international feel. Got Rainforest Alliance there as well. Okay. And yeah, so that's to bin it. I presume it doesn't say it's recyclable, but Lotus does support recycling, which is what that symbol means, but not necessarily that this bar is recyclable, for the packaging at least. Yes, that's very nice. It's a very thick, very big bar. And I've got another one here as well, which is basically there with it's called Speculoos Pasta Pate, but basically it's basically the spreadable Biscoff, essentially. That's what it kind of translates as, roughly. Bread spread or whatever. Yes, a sandwich spread or what have you is the gist of it. It's roughly the gist anyway, but there we go. So it's got the spread in it, so we've got the smooth insides basically. Sort of like as I say, we've seen the sort of Biscoff spread before, so basically that's that in there. But yeah, all right. Well, I think we should give this an open. It looks very exciting. Love the packaging. Looks very nice. Definitely Biscoff. Yeah, let's give it an open. So it looks like. Let's do it. Let's give it an open. Okay, let's give this Lotus Biscoff milk chocolate bar an open. It just calls it the original Speculoos here, basically. I guess it's Speculoos generally. Sort of cinnamony type biscuit is the gist of it. Maybe nutmeg, I'm not sure, maybe both. Yeah. So let's have a look actually. Shall we see what Speculoos actually is according to Wikipedia? Let's have a look at it. Yes. Yes, it's a type of spiced short crust biscuit, traditionally baked for consumption on or just before St. Nicholas Day in the Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, and around Christmas in Germany and Austria. Yeah, main ingredients, flour, sugar, butter, pepper, cinnamon, there we go, ginger, cloves, cardamom, nutmeg. So both of those things, yeah. All right, interesting, there we go. There we are, so that's what Speculoos is. Alright, let's give this an open then. Yeah, looks very nice. It's quite a thick bar for sure. So technically I've done about 850 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. In the top right hand corner I've got a link to a playlist of all my other reviews, including perhaps some Biscoff playlists as well. So after you've watched this video, go check those out. Hopefully enjoy those too. And there you go, look at that. So we've got a lot of stuff. This is what I used to do on the phaser bars, have sort of an insert telling you different things about the phaser family and things like that. But yeah, obviously this is more, I guess South Africa project, I guess. Lotus Bakeries Foundation for Education tells you what that's about. So it did mention it on the back, didn't it? But there you go. So that's quite interesting. So it does tell you a bit more about it. But obviously it's not in English. It's like it's in Dutch and French. But there we go. Yeah, I don't know what the South African connection is, but there we go. I assume something's going on in South Africa, but I don't know what. Anyway, hopefully it's a good thing. Anyway, hopefully it's a good thing. I'm assuming it is. All right. Okay, well there we go. So it's the oh, look at that. Yes, looks very nice and golden, doesn't it? So Biscoff, until recently was just basically a biscuit you used to find in hotels. And it was quite, usually yeah, I guess when I visit various relatives and things like that, or people have holidays in Holland, things like this, and yeah, you know, just would would see it would be quite interesting, but you know, never anything more than that, you know. But recently, the past year or two, they've just in the UK at least just sprung out everywhere. It might have already been a bit more prominent in I'd say in Netherlands and France maybe, but Germany, places like this, but in the UK wasn't. But they've just done lots of things like ice creams, these bars. They've done more biscuits than the typical ones they did, with creams and chocolate coverings and stuff. They've just done all sorts. It's just they've just gone crazy and done so much different stuff. So very interesting. So yeah, so it's quite a nice biscuit and definitely well suited to chocolate, which it wasn't ever really coupled with in the UK before. So very interesting. At least that I saw. And also going to have to split this foil. It doesn't look like it's looks like it's sealed pretty much. So all right, we'll have to rip it. So let's do it. Okay. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, wow! Look at this. Wow. I must say, that looks very beautiful. There we go. Unfortunately, it broke a bit. I thought it looks a bit weak. There we go. Let's just get this away. Okay. Well, look at that. Well, I think just look at those. Look at the quality of that. It looks so beautiful, doesn't it? It looks just like the biscuits. You know, it's a really nice design actually. You can see, look, all those biscuity pieces. I'll fill to the bottom as well. Yeah. Wow. It's really nice, doesn't it? It looks really, really nice. Yeah, fits together quite well there. Back again. Yes, it looks lovely, doesn't it? It really does. And as I say, just fits together really nicely. And let's give it a measurement, shall we? So, let's see. So we've got the. I think the calipers will be quite long enough to measure it there. Just not quite. So let's measure it with the old measuring stick. We'll turn it upside down to get a bit of more of an accurate measurement, roughly anyway. Well, you know, just because it's flat at the bottom. About 16.15 centimetres. There we go there. So the old calipers here, just check they're on 0, yes they are. About 8.4. So then the height. About 1.2. 1.24. Then in between the segments, about 7.5 millimeters. There we go. Yeah. And I guess the width at the top, roughly, you know, not quite at the well, you know, as close to the top as I can roughly get. 8.2. Yeah, let's say as opposed to, was it about 8.4? Was it? Yeah, that's about 2 millimeters there. Yeah, and it was 16 point something, wasn't it? So we'll just measure it at the top as well on the front. Roughly 16.35, something like that. It's now 15.7, 15.65. Yeah, almost. Yeah, maybe 15.7. As I say at the bottom, 16.15, wasn't it? Roughly something like that. Yeah. Yes, yeah, 15.7 at the top. So yeah, it does lost quite a bit. 15.7, maybe 15. Well, it depends. As we do actually, that's a bit more. 15.8 there. So it lost about 3 millimeters anyway, 3 to 4 millimeters. There we go. All right, yeah. So it looks very nice. So the design's very good. Let's see if we can. Let's have a look. So as I say, it's a 2x6 bar. Just let me snap it down the middle of one of these segments. There you go. See if the chocolate goes all, if the biscuit goes all the way to the top. Quite hard to see, but it seems to go quite high up, doesn't it? Sometimes the top of these segments are a bit sort of treated differently than the middle of it, but you can see there it's all the same. There's no difference in layer. Sometimes the top part of these chocolate segments seem to be sort of like as if they're added separately. So they do the bottom bit, then they top it up with the top part to make the top of the segments. But it doesn't look to be the case here. So yeah, I think that you could probably say that it does go all the way to the top. Yeah, you can see here roughly. Yeah, you can see that it's going all the way to the top. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, reasonably nice smell to it. It smells quite sort of chocolatey rather than biscoffy, which is or you know, speculoosy, which is a bit of a surprise. But there we go. Yeah, it smells a bit smells more sort of milk chocolatey than biscoffy, which is a surprise because biscoff's got quite a distinct smell. But yeah, oh well. I'm sure it'll taste very biscoffy. Well, let's find out, I guess. Yeah, or speculoosy, however you want to say. Let's give these a taste. Let's do it. Okay, now, I'm going to do this Lotus Biscoff or speculoos bar. Yeah, a taste. I couldn't quite wrap it up again, unfortunately, but there we go. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, we're going to give it a taste. So we've got a couple of segments that we sort of unwrapped earlier, of course. Yeah, so I'll probably do half of a segment, I think, because it's quite a big segment. So yeah, let's give it a go. Let's give it a taste. Let's do it. Quite a soft chocolate. I think the speculoos pieces are quite small in there as well. They are very tiny. I guess that's no surprise. If you look at the bottom and what they look like when we snapped it. Yes, it's full of lots of small, Biscoff pieces. Might just be we can't really smell it too prominently. Interesting. I'd say the chocolate's a bit of a letdown. It tastes okay, but it's not very much of anything. It's not really very creamy. It's not very velvety. It's not really much of. It's more like the chocolate you get on top of a biscuit that's mainly biscuit. You know what I mean? Which I guess makes sense. But imagine like the chocolate on top of a Biscoff. When you've seen, I said, a thin layer of chocolate or whatever. It's just like that. It tastes very underwhelming, I think. I think I would have liked bigger crunches, bigger pieces of Biscoff in there as well. As it stands, are very, very small pieces. No problem because there's so much of it, but it's very much almost like let's say sort of almost to the point where it's almost like the base of a like a cheesecake or something. It's that sort of smaller amount of them. It's just really crumbled pieces. I don't mind it, but it's a bit underwhelming, really. Yeah, it's not really strongly. It doesn't really strongly taste of Biscoff. It feels like it's more of an accompaniment to the chocolate, but the chocolate's not that great. It's very. It's not really much of anything. The chocolate. It's yeah, I don't know. Yeah, disappointing. I think it's a very thick bar. There's lots of chocolate here, but as I say, you don't really taste much of it. It's just not really got much of a taste. Very disappointing, really. Yeah. Don't know what to rate this. Really, it's not horrible or anything. The chocolate's not terrible. It's just not the right chocolate. It's just a very much a sort of biscuit chocolate. It's not really a proper chocolate. Now, of course, there are some biscuits with some really nice chocolates in, but what I mean is with this one, it's very much a sort of chocolate that's accompanying a biscuit rather than having its own taste in its own right. So as I say, if you imagine Biscoff with a layer of chocolate on top, it would kind of give you a bit of a chocolate taste, but more about the biscuit. But in this case, it's more about the chocolate, but the chocolate doesn't really stand up. It's not really, very strange. I mean, it's a shame because it's such a thick, the segments are so big and look so beautiful. This lovely pattern on it and Lotus written on it and things, and it's so full of pieces. But yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't really, it's just not a great chocolate. Yeah. I don't know how to rate this one really because it's not unpleasant or anything, but it's just I'm not really getting much of a Biscoff taste either. I get a crunch, but I don't really get any taste of Biscoff. I'm really not getting it. It could be anything in here, really. Yeah, it's very disappointing. It's not unpleasant. It's but it's just so meh. It really is. It's just not. The Biscoff you can't really taste. You can't really smell it. You just get the crunch from it. And the chocolate just doesn't really taste of anything either. It's just a very forgettable chocolate. Yeah, it's just the whole thing's just forgettable, really. Yeah, I don't know whether to give it. Yeah, it's very much a 2 out of 5. I think I'm always debating whether to give it a 1.5, but it's not horrible or anything, and it's not. It's quite chunky and big and things. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know really whether to say 1.5. It's not unpleasant. I think one's usually where it's just not very nice. There's nothing wrong with this, but it's just not really much of anything, So I don't know if it's giving it 1.5 is a bit too low, but it's not bad or anything. But it's just really a lot of nothing. You know, there's just no real taste to any of it. It's more textures. It's just texture. Yeah. Yeah, I think I will have to give it 1.5 out of 5. I think I just can't find anything really positive to say about it. You know, other than the fact that it physically exists. That's about it, really. You know, it's just there is something there, a bit of substance, but there's nothing behind it. You know, yeah, it's not bad or anything. I could quite happily eat it, and I don't mind the textures. I quite like the textures. You know, in it. You know, but there's just no taste there. There's just no real chocolate taste. There's no real Biscoff taste. There's just nothing there. It's just yeah, it's very bizarre. Very bizarre. Can't really mess this one up. It's very disappointing. Yeah, there's just no substance behind it. I mean, if you know, if the substance there, it physically exists, but there's no real taste. The chocolate's not really much of anything. The Biscoff has no smell or taste other than the texture. As I say, it's just texture, really. Yeah, 1.5 out of 5. There's just nothing behind it. It's very bizarre. A real shame that. Yeah, I thought it was going to be really nice, and it's full of Biscoff pieces, but they're all, let's say, just too small, I guess, to convey the Biscoff flavour. I'm not sure what's going on. Very disappointing. Yeah, 1.5 out of 5. Really disappointed with that. Well, let's hope this other one, which has a sort of Biscoff spread in it, it's just got the taste to back it up. Well, we'll see. I guess I'll review that next. So yeah, but well, let's hope it's must be got to be better than this one, surely. But yeah, 1.5 out of 5. Okay guys, well, if you enjoyed that review, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, check out the YouTube member program. It's a great way to support the channel, really is. Link for that's in the description. As I say, really does help out the channel. Yeah, so check that out. And Discord server as well, Chocolo Roberto's Chockfest. Link for that's in the description. Great way to keep in touch with myself and the community. As I say, like my videos, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment for free. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching guys, take care. Bye for now. See ya.